Hello, my name is Emily Smith and I'm a Research and Instruction Librarian here at USCB Library, and today I'm going to show you how to find research articles using the library's website. Type the URL for the library website, library.uscb.edu, into your browser's address bar. If you can't remember the URL, you can easily get to the library's website from the USCB homepage. Click on the magnifying glass, type in library, and the first link that comes up will take us to the library's homepage. First, we'll look at the library's catalog. You can start searching the catalog by typing your search terms into the search bar, or you can click on the link to open the catalog and search from there. In order to access articles from off-campus, you will need to log in. Your login username is the first part of your university email address, and the password should be the same as your email password. Now that I'm logged in, I'm going to start my search. My topic is Women's Mental Health in the Year Following Birth of a Child. So I'm going to go ahead and type that into the search bar. The library catalog searches a variety of resources, including all physical items held by the library, such as books and DVDs, as well as online resources such as journal articles, newspaper and magazine articles, e-books, and more. In the catalog, we can find both print and online resources. Many of the library's databases are integrated into the library's catalog, so you are able to search the databases and catalog at the same time. Since this is an online class and we may not have access to the physical library, I want to limit my results to resources that are accessible online. On the left side of the page are limiters, and here I can select Available Online. Be sure to check the criteria your professor has set for the kind of resources you need to find. For example, if you need to find research articles in peer-reviewed journals, click on Peer-reviewed journals under Availability. Maybe you need to find current research published within the last 10 years. Set this by going to Creation Date and typing in 2012, then clicking Refine. I am going to lock these limiters in place by selecting Remember All Filters. After entering our search terms and setting our limiters, we have over 21,000 results. This is a large number of resources to look through. How can I change my search to find more specific or more focused results on my topic? I'm going to show you how making small changes in your search terms can change your search results. I began my search by typing in my topic exactly as it was written on my paper. When searching in the library catalog or databases, we want to do what is called a keyword search. This is taking the important words in my topic and focusing on these words to find relevant search results. Online databases don't take smaller words such as it, the, by, and of into consideration. Write out your topic and circle the keywords. Make lists of synonyms and related words. Try different combinations of the words to expand your search and find more variety of resources. If I remove the smaller words from my search, I am left with Women's Mental Health Year Following Birth Child. These are my keywords. If I search these words, I still get over 21,000 results. So I need to try some other search strategies to narrow down my results. One search strategy is to use quotation marks. Using quotation marks around two or more words will find these words together in this exact order, all together in our search results. My first search looked for any occurrence of my keywords in any order in the sources. I want to find mental health as a phrase, where these words appear together in the exact order in which I typed them. To do this, I can put quotation marks around the words. I am going to go to my list of keywords and also substitute childbirth in place of birth child. I need to make sure my filters are still in place. We now have approximately 6,500 results, down from our initial list of 21,000. If we look through these articles, we will find at least one occurrence of the exact phrase mental health. I can change my keywords again by combining women's with mental health in quotation marks. Now we are down to 1,200 results, but as we look through the titles, the articles seem less relevant. This time I will change women's to maternal. I have about the same number of results, but I can see by the title that these are different articles and they look to be more relevant to my topic. Another search strategy is to use Boolean searching. Using and, or not between search terms is called Boolean searching. Putting and between words ensures I will find both words occurring in the article, but not necessarily together. I can use or to find one or the other word, or even both words in an article. Using not will ensure that a specific word does not appear in my search results. I'm going to click on Advanced Search to expand my search options. There is a second search box for me to enter more search terms. Here I can see and is already default selected to combine the two search boxes. If I click on the arrow, I can change the and to or not. I'm going to leave and type women's into the search box. I will add a new line and this time change and to not. Here I will enter work to omit resources that contain the word work in them. This time I have significantly fewer results, 267 compared to the over 1,300 I had before. Let's take a closer look at some of our search results. All of these articles have a purple peer-reviewed icon. Remember that we have limited our search results by peer-reviewed journals. If your results are not limited by peer-reviewed journals, this is a quick way to identify which articles have been peer-reviewed. Peer-reviewed articles means that these articles have gone under an extra review process and have been reviewed by other experts in the field. If I submit an article to a journal, an editor will review my article before publishing. Usually, the editor is the only person who needs to review an article before it is published. Peer-reviewed articles have undergone an extra step and have also been reviewed by other experts in the field. Once the article has been reviewed by an editor and additional experts in the field, the article is then published in a peer-reviewed journal. This extra review and approval adds validity and credibility to the article. Here we also see an orange open access icon. This means that the article is freely available to everyone. They may not be available through the USCB Library Catalog, but they should be accessible online. Articles that are not open access are only available through the USCB Library. Since you are a student at USCB, you have special access to our databases and articles that are not available through open access. You do have to log in to access resources provided by USCB. USCB Library has paid for access to almost 200 databases, which includes thousands of journals and hundreds of thousands of articles. This cuts out the hassle of searching online and not being able to access the information or finding information that is not reliable or credible. If you have an assignment where you are not allowed to use online resources, this is not referring to the library catalog or databases. This is referring to searching through Google and using information found there. Searching online requires the extra hassle of determining if the website you are using is reliable and credible. USCB Library has eliminated this step for you by providing you resources through our catalog and databases. They are available online for ease of access, but they are not considered online resources. All resources provided by USCB Library are reliable and credible academic resources. Let's take a look at an article. We can see this article is peer-reviewed but not open access, so you can only access it through the USCB Library catalog and databases. Click on the title to view the item record. All item records should have these options and information. Under Tools, you can email the article to yourself, scan the QR code or access the permalink to the article, find a citation for the article which you can copy and paste into your document, or print the article information. To access the full text article, we need to go to View Online. Here we can see the title of the journal the article was published in, as well as the dates of the journal we have access to. Click on the journal title to open the article in a new tab. This is where we have access to the full text article. This journal offers some features similar to the catalog. There is a citation tool where you can copy and paste the citation into your document, and you can also email the article item record to yourself. Additionally, you can download this article and save it to your device. I would highly recommend downloading and saving the article. You can copy and paste citations from the catalog or databases into your document. If the citation format you need is not available through the database, you can go back to the item record in the library catalog to see if your citation is available there. Copy and paste the citation into your document. When pasting citations into your document, right-click in your document with your mouse and select Merge Formatting. This is the clipboard with the arrow. This will change the format of the citation to the format of your paper, and you won't have to worry about changing the font or trying to get rid of that pesky gray background. Always double-check the citation to make sure it is correct. You will also need to create a hanging indent for your citations. You can wait until you have all of your citations and then indent them all at once. Select your citations, then right-click your mouse and select Paragraph. Under the Indentation section, go to Special and choose Hanging. This will give all of your citations a hanging indent. You may also want to take a look at subject headings. A subject heading is a word or a phrase used to find and organize information by topic. If I want to find related articles about postpartum depression, click on the Postpartum Depression subject heading and it will bring up a list of other articles that also have the subject heading Postpartum Depression. Let's go back and take a closer look at the article. Click on the PDF full text link to read the article. As I scroll through the article, you can see there are section headings. We see words such as methods, statistical analysis, results, and discussion, which helps us know that this is a research article. The key to reading research articles is to start at the beginning and skip to the end. Start by reading the introduction, then go to the end of the article and read the discussion or conclusion. These sections summarize the rest of the article and give you more information to help you decide if this article will work for you. This will help you save time reading and more quickly evaluate the content of an article to determine if this is a good resource for you. From this page, you can also download the article and save it to your device. This way, you can access the article anywhere, anytime, and don't have to log in to the library website to access the article. Next, we will take a look at searching individual databases. USCB Library subscribes and pays for access to approximately 200 databases, which are accessible from the library homepage. You can click on Find Journals and Databases, and select a subject from the drop-down list, Or you can click on the A to Z Databases list link under Quick Links to view a complete list of available databases. Here our databases are listed in alphabetical order. We can sort them by subject by clicking on the All Subjects drop box. For this class, we want to see the public health databases. Each database provides a brief description to help you make an informed decision about where to start. The database you use may depend on your topic. Looking at the database description, I'm going to start in CINAHL Plus. Click on the title to open the database in a new window. I'm going to start by typing in my topic the same way I did when I started searching in the catalog. I can see that no results were found. When I searched the library catalog, I had over 21,000 search results. This just means that I need to put into practice my research skills that we have already discussed. I'm going to start by typing in women's or maternal. As I type in my terms, the database is giving me suggestions for what to search. This is called predictive searching and is also what Google does when you start a search. I'm going to select the suggestion and choose women's or mother's or maternal. In the next box, I'm going to put mental health in quotation marks, and in the last box, I will type following childbirth. This gives me 575 results, but I still want to see if I can further limit my results with the Refine Results option on the left side of the page. I'm going to select full text, change the from year to 2012, and then select academic journals. Now I have 324 results. Click on the title of the article to take a closer look. The abstract gives me a summary of what the article is about. The subject headings can help give me ideas of how to narrow down or expand my search. Maybe my topic is too broad. The subject headings can help me decide on a focal point for my topic. Other databases may look different, and it might take some trial and error to find how to search and limit your results. Most databases still offer the option to save or download the article and some type of citation assistance. For some assignments in this class, you are allowed to use informal online sources. This is where your online resource evaluation skills come into play. Typically, websites that end in .edu and .gov are considered reliable sources. Websites that will need further evaluation to determine credibility includes those that end in .com, .net, and .org. If the website is specifically recommended by your professor, you can consider it a reliable resource. If it is a website you are less familiar with, how do you determine if it is a credible source? Ask yourself the following questions. Is the site published by a well-known company, business, or institution? Is there an author? Can you search for the author and find their credentials? Is there a copyright date or larger, more well-known name associated with the page? Are there references and citations included? Is there a date indicating when the information was last updated or reviewed? Are there ads on the page? Ads may indicate that the page is not a credible resource because the person who posted the content had to advertise ad space to help pay for their page, but this is not always the case. Magazines and newspapers are considered credible sources, and they also contain ads. Take a closer look at the author and the content. Does this look like a professional piece backed up by research and evidence or personal opinion and commentary? Is it a blog, which is like a personal diary published online? Wikipedia often has correct information, but this site is not considered a credible source. This is because anyone can go on this site and edit the information. What are the intentions of the site? Are they sharing educational information? Are they expressing an opinion? Are they trying to sell something or get donations? This may seem intimidating, but use your best judgment. You are probably already better at recognizing reliable, trustworthy information on the internet than you may think. Another important resource accessible from the library homepage are the library research guides. You can browse a list of the guides by subject, or you can look through a complete list of research guides. You can also search all guides at the same time in the search bar. The results will show you where your search terms appear in all of our LibGuides. The Public Health Research Guide has all of the resources you need in one convenient place. You can search the library catalog, search the public health databases, view recommended credible websites and professional organizations, find resources on citations including APA format, and find information for contacting a librarian. You can also find librarian contact information on the Public Health Research Guide homepage and schedule a virtual research consultation. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me for assistance.